What's up everybody, it is your boy SavageNole here, bringing you a brand new type of video today. Today is going to be my first ever shot at a beginner, newbie, first timer, whatever you would like to call it, guide to Marvel Snap. Before we get into anything though, please go ahead, like, subscribe, ding that bell. For the weekly content we are going to be dropping with Marvel Snap. Any updates also that come along with the game, we will be filling you guys in. Growing brand new channel here, so every single one of those will help and I will greatly appreciate it. Real quick guys, what is Marvel Snap? It's been out for a couple weeks. It is a collectible card game that is created by Second Dinner. It does focus on the massive Marvel universe where battles will face off in a 1 versus 1 type of scenario. You're going to put your deck up against another. You're going to try to capture what are called locations. Whoever puts the most points on 2 out of the 3 locations by the end of turn 6 will be determined the winner. But we're going to get into all that in a second here. I will let you know though, matches are very quick, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 tops, if both players are strategizing along the way. So a lot of quick action, very rapid, and it's very fun. Marvel Snap is created for iOS, Android, and PC. Side note, if you are playing PC like myself, you will need to download a Steam account, which most PC players already have. But if you don't, please go ahead and download a Steam account before downloading the game. Both links are going to be in the description of this video. As soon as you download it and create your account, you're going to get thrusted into a couple of tutorial matches. Levels 1 through 10, I'll let you guys know that you're playing all bots, you're not actually playing real people. So go ahead and learn the mechanics, learn the battlefield, click on everything you can, see what it does, read everything. There's a lot of stuff on the battlefield that it'll just take a second to get used to, but it's nothing too overwhelming. But we will, like I said, we'll go ahead and get into all that in a little bit here. Wanted to let you guys know why, if you're playing on PC, it still looks like a mobile game. I don't know. They just filled it with a nice background of space, so you get to look at a bunch of stars while you're playing. But I'll let you guys know, as you guys are playing, it's not going to really affect anything. You'll be so focused on the center there that you don't even pay attention. It's not that big of a deal. When I first seen it, I thought, I don't really like that. I probably will hate that, and I'll notice it right away, because all the other card games, you know, Lore, Magic, they're all full screen, beautiful, and then when you get here, it's just kind of narrow, right in the middle, and you're like, eh. But no, it's not going to affect anything. You guys are going to have a blast playing it. So let's go ahead and dive into everything, guys. Once we get to the main menu, let's go ahead and take a look around. I know instinct's gonna want to just smack that play button right there in the middle, but let's go ahead and resist for now. Let's go ahead and start at the bottom with these gold bars down here. This is going to be your shop. This is where you're going to purchase your welcome bundle if you would like. Get your daily offers here with your cosmetic variants. You can get, you know, different types of variants of cards that you have. We'll let you guys know up front. If you own one of these cards, say for instance Wolverine, say you love that kind of Wolverine right here, you want that card, and you spend that 700 gold, any upgrades you have made to a previous Wolverine card will not carry over. Again, will not carry over. You will start from scratch. Every card has its own personal little upgrade system that you will have to go through. So just to keep that in mind, if you guys are going to upgrade them, make sure you really like the copies of the cards that you see here, because one, unless you're going to pour money to purchase gold, not worth it, guys. Not worth it. Gold is scarce, doesn't come very often, so when you do collect it, you really want that card. Okay, make sure you really want it. Next, here's your fast upgrades. This isn't so bad, but I still would not recommend it unless you guys absolutely want to upgrade the card to the next level. It's going to take your credits, and the credits are listed here, and then it's going to bump it up to the next level. Obviously, the higher the level, the more resources needed to upgrade the card. Credits, there we go. Credits, you can get yours for free, and then you can also use gold to purchase credits. Credits are going to be used to upgrade your cards. It's the card currency. You will need, like we said, an X amount of credits and then an X amount of boosters that we'll talk about here in a second to upgrade cards. If you don't have the minimal amount for what's asked for the card, you will not be able to upgrade it. It will sit in your library and get a nice green arrow, so every time you go in there you'll just see cards all over the place with green arrows. You will not, unless you dump money into the game, you will not be able to upgrade your cards. But it is a good idea at the start, when you're just starting out, upgrade your cards. There's no reason not to upgrade your cards. So that's how you are going to get access to more rewards, and you are going to be able to upgrade more cards. You're going to be able to ladder climb on your collection level ladder. It's worth it to upgrade cards. It's not worth it to just sit with a bunch of resources and not upgrade your cards. You're just only hurting yourself. But like I said, with your gold here, this is what you're going to be using your actual real life money on, as you can see. And say you wanted to purchase one of these cool variants, 700 to 1200 right here, gold. Awesome. That is going to run you either 10 bucks for the card, or 20 bucks essentially for the card. We can pop a couple of those right here, but by the time you buy what you need between the $4.99 and the $9.99, you're going to be up to the $19.99. So just make sure it's worth it, guys. Make sure you guys really want those cards. But that is your shop. These are going to change, like you see up here, this little red timer. It is going to change every single day, a couple times a day, so just check back often. And then next to our shop here is going to be a deck of cards. We're gonna go ahead and skip this for right now because this is the best part, and we're not gonna get ahead of ourselves. We're not gonna eat our dessert before the dinner type thing. So let's go ahead and hop this right here to this symbol. It's gonna, like I said, you're gonna see 2 players with that lightning symbol in there. Go ahead and just give that a click. Bang! Right back to the main menu you go. You can shuffle through these little things here, but anything you go on, like I said, if you come back over here, you can, anywhere you are, you're on the news, you can pop right back over by hitting that. It will always take you right back to the main menu. Excuse me. And then the crown symbol here is going to show you the the event that is going on, and what you are working towards as far as the season pass rewards here. You will get a ton for free, but I will let you know, I went ahead and I broke everything down, and it is worth it to buy the premium pass. At $9.99, you get significantly more rewards than you would by just playing for free like it is right here right now. So go ahead, if you are going to spend some money on the game, this is what I would recommend you guys starting out spending your money on, is the premium pass, so that way you can get access to all of that stuff, and it'll just help you grow your collection easier, and it will help you unlock more cards and just enjoy the game a lot more. Alright, and then the last little symbol down here is going to be that little newspaper symbol. Give that a click. It's going to be the news. Right now, it's just letting you know to follow them on their social media sites, and then if you click the read more, it is going to take you over to the Marvel Snap actual website. Alright guys, go ahead and hit that main menu button there, and we'll go ahead and travel back to that main menu, and we'll head all the way to the top left corner here. That's going to go ahead and just be your settings. Typical settings like any other game. Volume, you know, your graphics, it does run at 60 frames per second. PC, have no problem handling that. Mobile, shouldn't have any problem handling that either. Full screen mode, just things like that. If you want to read a bunch of term agreements or terms of service, excuse me, things like that, just feel free to go ahead and click around in there. Go ahead and click that red X, get out of there. Right next to the little gear icon, you are going to see your credit count right here. Right underneath that is your season pass. It's going to show your level. You fill that bar up all the way to the right there, and then you're going to advance levels. 50 is the max level to receive that special card variant right there. Or the special card, excuse me, not the variant, but yeah, the special card. And then you're going to start earning the season cash. And what these are here, they're just going to either contain, you know, currency, credits, sometimes gold, or cosmetics for cards, just certain cards and things like that. So that's pretty sweet. If you guys want to go ahead and purchase the premium pass, again, $9.99, not too bad. You'll get access to everything up to this point as well. As long as you purchase it before that little cooldown up there where it says 6 days. As long as you purchase it before then, you'll get access to all those rewards. Once it's gone though, it is gone. There's no coming back because they just start another one right out the gate. So we won't see that card there until another 2 seasons from now. Back to that main menu there, right next to that avatar. Go ahead and change your avatar to whatever you guys want to start out. I will let you know you're going to unlock avatars along the way. Change them as often as you like, keep things creative. I always like to display the newest one that I received, regardless of which one it is. Currently, that's that Spider-Man, so that's the one I'm rocking. Right underneath that, you're going to see a little green box there with some numbers. That is going to be your collection level. The collection level is how you are going to get access to new cards, boosters, credits to go ahead and upgrade your cards. But yeah, each X amount of level. When you first start out, they're a little bit closer together, and the further along you progress, the more and more spaced out the rewards become. But yeah, you will get access to brand new cards. That is the main way you get new cards, guys. There is no shop to just go out and purchase cards. You can purchase variants of cards, different styles, but you cannot purchase cards directly. This is how you get new cards. You want to build new decks, you need to climb this ladder right here. You guys will get very, very familiar with this ladder, and it is a whole bunch of fun. This is why you want to upgrade your cards, because each time you upgrade a card, you're going to come right back to this ladder and climb up a little bit, unlocking the next reward, and so on and so forth. All right. Next to that's going to be that gold count there. We talked a little bit about gold. Unless you're dropping money into the game, gold is scarce. You don't get a whole bunch of it. So if you want to purchase something with gold, just make sure it's worth it, at least to you. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your gold. It's your gold. But just make sure that it's worth it, because once it's gone, it's gone. There's no, you know, redo or undo, excuse me, button. None of that. Right underneath that, that's going to be your missions. Go ahead and give that a click, guys. Missions are how you are also going to score credits, XP, which is going to help you climb that season pass ladder there and unlock more rewards like we talked about off that season pass line. The weekly challenges, each time you complete 5 of these, you are going to get access to credits, gold, and then some XP for the season pass. You can do that all the way up to 25. No matter what, you can complete the 25 within X amount, whatever you want. If you just have a bunch of gold, you're dropping a bunch of money in the game, you just complete a bunch of missions and you're going through all the chapters, you get to 25, the 6-day cooldown still going to apply. There's no, you can't purchase anything to receive more of the weekly challenge. So I will let you know, once you max that out at 25, and no matter where you are in the week, you're done. That's it. That's game over right there. You can purchase 2 missions at a time for 120 gold. You can have 6 missions going at a time. When you purchase those missions, there's going to be 2 completely random missions, of course. But like I said, you only receive 2, like it says right there. It's just, you get the refill automatically in an X amount of time, but if you purchase with 120, Only 2. That's it. And I will let you know, if you have 6 already and you accidentally click that gold button like some of us here did, you don't get 8. You just lose it. It takes your gold, and you do not get access to 2 more challenges. So just be careful, guys. Right underneath that, just like we kind of talked about there a second ago, these are going to be your season chapters here. Every time you complete, like here we go, missions, it's going to unlock, you know, an X amount of missions are going to unlock a chapter. Excuse me, I believe it is 5. Yeah, 5 are going to unlock it, but they have a countdown timer. You can have all those displayed at one time if you haven't completed them previously. They are pretty easy though, guys. Just go ahead and play the game though. Don't worry about knocking missions out and things like that. Just go ahead when you first start out, just play the game. Just enjoy the cards, get kind of familiar with the cards, mix and match certain cards, find out what abilities you like. Maybe you like ongoing, maybe you like reveal. If you don't know what that is yet, we'll get into that. But just kind of figure out what it is you like to play with. The locations are going to be the main thing you're going to be focusing on when you first start anyway, so don't be so worried, oh, I have to have X amount of cards that say this so I can complete that mission. No, after you start playing, those things will start dropping like flies. Then you'll be able to come back, look at the specific ones you need, and say, oh, okay, you know, I need to move 2 cards, you know, in 2 different games, or whatever it says. And then you can go ahead and hunt that down. In menu, right next to that play button there, you're going to see a number with a circle on it right here. Go ahead and give that a click. That is going to be what pretty much your season rank is currently. Every time you win a match, get an X amount of cubes, you will fill that bar up. Every single time you will move up a level, and then right here, guys, see where it says 7 out of 10. 3 more cubes, I will be able to move up to level 42. Once you reach 10 levels inside of the season rank, you'll get a reward there. I will let you know though, lose those cubes and you will drop down. Just due to sheer amount of how much time I've been playing, I should be way up here, but yeah, you're gonna take losses. We're not gonna lie here, guys. There's no one that's not losing. Not even the best players are going undefeated. It's just not going to happen. You're going to need to retreat sometimes. You're going to lose sometimes. It's just how it's going to go. But the matches are so quick, they're so fast-paced, that a loss you're not even going to remember 2 games from now. But you're not going to sit and stew over it because you're already playing another game right after you lost the last game. It's not a big deal at all. Alright guys, remember way back when we started this video, when we seen that little deck of cards button down there, or tab, whichever you would like to call it, we said we were going to go ahead and leave that alone. Well, the time has come to click it, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and click that deck of cards, open up the heart and soul of this game. Here's where you're going to be able to look at all of your cards. You'll be able to click on any of the cards, see how much they cost to upgrade, see what their energy cost is, how much power they have. If you have a card with green arrows, as you can see here on it, that means they're ready for an upgrade. Upgrade is going to require not only credits, but something called boosters. Boosters cannot be purchased no matter if it's gold, credits, nothing. The only way you can get boosters is by actually playing Marvel Snap. You have to play games. Even if you lose, you still get a little bit of boosters at the end of each match. Of course, if you win, you get a little bit more. And they're actually card specific, guys. So just because you really want to upgrade your, your Killmonger or your Hulk, you can't unless you get the specific booster. So the game is going to kind of dictate which cards you are going to be able to upgrade and when. There are actually going to be 6 types of cards that you can get. They are uncommon, which are 25 credits and 5 boosters. Rare, which are 100 credits, 10 boosters. Epic, 200 credits, 20 boosters. Legendary, 300 credits and 30 boosters. Ultra, 400 credits and 40 boosters. And then Infinity with 500 credits and 50 boosters. So if you just want to give a card a click. Here, let's go ahead and we use Killmonger, so we'll go ahead and say Killmonger. And then this card emblem down here, we'll just go ahead and give that a click, and it's going to tell you, upgrade this card to Epic and gain 4 collection level. And then inside that purple box there is going to say upgrade, and then the 200 credits and the 20 boosters. Of course, right now I cannot do it because I do not have the boosters, the credits. If you look up at the top, you will see a 25 or a number. Yours will be different in green there, and that is going to be how many boosters you have to that specific card. The credits go for any of the card, but for example, let's click Spider-Woman. See, we have 107 boosters, so all we need is the 300 credits, and we'll be able to get her to legendary and then move to 6 collection levels, unlocking more cards, getting more boosters, more rewards along the way, guys. So like we talked about in the beginning, always upgrade your cards as soon as you can. Don't sit on anything thinking, oh, you know, I just want to wait for this card. No, don't do that. Just go ahead and upgrade them, because it's going to let you continue along that collection level, and that's the ultimate goal, is climb that ladder, baby. Also, the thing that we mentioned, if you have 2 variations of cards and you make upgrades to them, they do not transfer over. What I mean by this, guys, for example, we have 2 Colossus down here. This is the original Colossus that I got when I started. And then this one is one I picked up along the way with a reward. Does not matter how much upgrading I did to this Colossus along the way, it would not transfer over. Yes, they currently are both sitting at that rare level, but that's because I just do not have the credits or the boosters to upgrade. See how it's 14 boosters here, 14 boosters here? It does transfer boosters over. When you receive boosters, it will say 4 Colossus cards, for example. So that goes for any of the cards, no matter what the variation is in style that you have at the time. All right, and then as we talked about, the higher the upgrade, the higher the resources. So for example, Cosmo here, only going to cost 110 boosters, but we're only going to move up 2 collection level. So the higher the upgrade there, the higher the collection level you are going to receive, and that's ultimately what you want. So you want to upgrade those high cards. I know it can be a killer, trust me. I am one of those guys that loves to sit on rewards. I do not want to spend them. I will just create a huge bank and then go ahead and blow them all at one time, or grab a little of this and a little of that, but I like to have a nice bank. But this is a free-to-play account. We don't put any money into it, so everything that we purchase and or earn is from the game itself. The only thing we may purchase is the season pass, but as you guys can see in my videos, I have not even purchased that. We're all the way completed with the season pass, and not $1 has been spent in this game. So everything you see here, guys, you guys are going to receive as well. While we have this card open here, in the top left, this is going to be the energy cost. Oh, there we go. We'll get Spider-Woman out here. That is going to be the energy cost, guys. So Spider-Woman is going to cost 5 energy, and she's going to have 7 power. And then not each card, but most cards will have an ability, whether it be a destroy, a reveal, an ongoing, whatever it may be, it'll take effect. So for example, when we play Spider-Woman here and she is revealed, she will afflict all enemy cards with -1 power. So no matter what enemy cards come out, it's going to go down 1 power, and that can be a huge game swing considering we cannot play her until turn 5 and there's only 6 turns. So if you're taking off most of your enemy's power, or taking power away from most of your enemy's cards right there in that location, 1 turn away before the game ends, not too bad. Not too bad at all. That will never change. That changes on very few cards. There are cards that will, you know what? No, I'm just going to take that completely out. Nope. I'm going to walk that right back, guys. No. The power will change. The energy can change by location depending on whatever the location says. Sometimes it says cards cost more, sometimes it says cards cost less. But other than that, the energy that it costs to play the cards will stay the same. The power will fluctuate depending on what abilities are played, also what locations. But for the base, it will not change. Yeah, alright, and just to give you guys a little preview here, again, this is all Pool 1 and just a little tiny sliver of Pool 2. Alright guys, and you keep hearing me talk about Pool. You know, Pool 1, Pool 2, Pool 3. What that means, how Marvel Snap is designed, is there is 3 pools of cards. Alright, the first pool, or Pool 1, is going to be between collection level 18 and 214. That's right, damn near 200 levels are inside of Pool 1, giving you access to 46 of the cards. Everyone is going to get the exact same cards. You can't purchase cards, so everyone's going to have the same exact cards on that battlefield to an extent. Variations will be different between players, but if you have a group, someone doesn't have a group that's stronger than that. Every single person has that group. Now it's going to be, like I said, different variation, but it's going to be that one. There's not going to be a group that says on reveal if your opponent played a card here or a card this turn plus 7 power. No. Nope. Going to be the exact same card, so that's good. So you're not going to feel, you know, completely dominated when you're starting out. I know there's some card games out there that, yeah, as soon as you upgrade your cards and this and that, you can just pretty much take over, and it's just, I don't know. It's not that fun. Let's be honest. It's not that fun. We got jobs, we got kids, we got spouses, but you know, we don't have a bunch of money just be pouring into the game. So that really helps. That was a big plus when I started doing the research on Marvel Snap. That I liked is the playing field is pretty level, and you aren't going to get thrown in the mix with someone that is, you know, level 597 while you're at level 19. And so it's just completely unfair. That's not going to happen. They do a really good job of balancing the matches out here. But Pool 2, that is going to be collection level 222 to 474, giving you access to 25 of those cards. So like I said, right now I'm at 243. So I'm barely inside of the pool. So I don't have that many of the Pool 2 cards yet. Pool 3 is going to be from collection level 486 and above. However far you get, once you reach 486, you are going to get access to the final, as of right now, 74 cards. Once you have completed all 74 of those cards, you own every card in the game. Again, variations, those are going to vary, but for the base cards, you are going to own every single card in the game. Alright, you may notice up here, guys, where it says cards, right underneath here is going to be your decks. When you first start, you're only going to be able to use one deck, and then to increase that amount, you have to climb that season ladder rank here. Every single time you get 10 levels completed and get to another, you know, monumental rank, as far as, you know, gold, platinum, diamond, you will be able to create another deck right up here. So the first time you're only going to have one, and then so on and so forth. I'll go ahead and give a click here to one of these decks. Let's open up the reveal deck. And this was one of the first things that kind of like, whoa, made me take a step back. I personally played Legends of Runeterra and MTG Arena, so I'm used to nothing smaller than 40 cards in a deck. And even that is like, when I went from MTG to Legends of Runeterra, even 40 was like, oh my gosh. like, wow, like there's some times where I have 40 mana in a deck in MTG, and now I have to build a deck only using 40 cards. When I got here, that was the first thing, like, wow, you get 12 cards, and it's not like, oh, well, it's going to add two cards of each. No, it's just what you see here. It's just the one, guys. So you have to be pretty good with balancing as far as your energy drops go, because there's only 6 turns, and to not play a card on a turn is sometimes a game ender. Sometimes you need to retreat because you know you're going to fall well behind if you're not able to play a card on a turn. Excuse me. But yes, after you kind of get over that little shock factor there of only the 12 cards in the deck, you can start kind of piecing together what you like. When you start unlocking cards in your collection ladder, start throwing them in. Start building decks off of those. See what they do in Battlefield. You may be shocked. When I first started playing this game, there was so many cards that I would first see and start playing with, like, oh yeah, I can't wait to build decks off of those. I can't wait for that. And then we started getting into it, and I was like, man, they really can't do anything together. So learn what you guys like. That's one of my biggest tips. Enjoy the cards, because hell, that's why we're here, right, guys? And they're giving you a ton of cards to start. Well, maybe not a ton to start out. Let me go ahead and let's not oversell it. When you guys start out, you're gonna get 13 starter cards, 5 recruit season cards, and then 8 cards, all before collection level 18. So when you first start out, they really reward you, which was awesome. They hook you onto the game because you just want to keep striving on that collection ladder to get more and more cards. But yeah, all the way up to collection level 18 is just a blast, because it just seems like every single match that you win, you're getting cards, you're getting boosters, you're getting credits. It's a ton of fun. And like we talked about, guys, every single time you get boosters for certain cards and you can upgrade those, do not hesitate. Go ahead and upgrade them. Even if it's a card you're like, you know, I really only threw it in that deck so I can complete a mission. If we're at that point, doesn't matter. Go ahead, upgrade it, climb that collection ladder, because it's going to unlock new cards for you that you may end up loving, and it's like, wow, how the hell did I ever build a deck without this card? Seriously, that's how I feel sometimes with Killmonger. I'm not going to lie. This is one of my favorite cards, and it's not even that strong. It's not a game flipper. It's none of that. But I love being able to just wipe that board with all the 1-drops. And just so you know, yes, it will kill all of them. That's why they capitalize that all right there, guys, because yours are going to die too. So just make sure if you're going to play Killmonger, either A, you get the reveal, or whatever ability from your 1-drop that you can before playing them, because yours is going to go too. Just to take a little walk through the deck here, guys, this is my personally built reveal deck. This is not off of any website or any video or anything like that. This is just what works for me. This is the main deck that I have used to climb from, you know, I can't say level 1 because of the tutorial, but since I've been able to start kind of building decks, I really liked that reveal ability. So whenever the card turns over, whatever it says, that's what it's going to do. I really like that. And you can kind of see what you guys like when you guys are sorting your cards. Down here, there is a little filter icon in the bottom right hand corner. You can even do that. See, on reveal, ongoing, no ability, discard, move, destroy. Whatever you guys are into, you can break it down by energy cost, even search the card. You can show your unknowns, you can show all variants, you can show everything here, guys. Excuse me. And then on the other side is another filter here, and that's going to break it down by name, energy. It's just going to how it's going to sort your collection there. Power, recent, upgradable. I usually will keep it on upgradable, so that way when you come in there, it'll be nice and green, showing you which ones. But of course, when you are deck building there, you're going to want to keep it on that energy, and then go ahead and filter by whichever ability you are going to want to deck build out of there. I will go ahead and just go over that reveal one here real quick. Like I said, this is what I've used to pretty much climb all the way to level 243. About said 246, which isn't that high. If you watch other content creators, guys, there's people that are in the thousands already, but they spend money and they're good content creators, and that is what they do. So please watch and enjoy their videos because they are pumping out excellent content. But just know that's not going to be you. If you are just a regular casual 9-to-5 or, regular job guy, kind of like myself, making content on the side, just love to play Marvel Snap in your free time, this right here is what yours is going to look like, okay? Alright guys, it looks like we actually have an upgrade here, so let's go ahead and take it on back to our cards here. Okay, we have Agent 13 or Cosmo, I'm pretty sure are the two, considering we only have 100, and I know there anything with the green border is going to cost 100 to upgrade. Since I run Agent 13 in that reveal deck, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Agent 13. We got the 100 credits, we got the 10 boosters required. Click that upgrade. Woo! Wait! Alright. So, now we got it up to the rare variant. You're going to want to click that nice blue button there, climb that collection ladder, and we get nothing. Awesome. But we are, let's see what, one level shy of a new card. So, don't know what that's going to be. Don't even get a hint on it. Alright, Alright, so we've learned a little bit about the cards, guys. Now, what do we do with these cards? What is the goal of Marvel Snap? Now, the goal of Marvel Snap is to capture as many locations as you can before the end of turn 6. When turn 6 is up, whoever has the most points on 2 out of the 3 locations will win the match. I know you keep hearing me say, oh, what locations? Well, what is that? What's that word? It's exactly what's going to make you fall in love with this game. The cards are the heart and soul. Locations is what's going to make you love Marvel Snap. I'm going to admit, guys, this is a complete game changer. I've been playing card games for a while now, and I've never seen anything like this. This is absolutely amazing. I absolutely see what all of the rage is about. When it comes to Marvel Snap, at first I'm going to be honest, guys, I wasn't interested in it. I'm just perfectly fine with Legends of Runeterra and MTG Arena, and that scratched the itch. That was perfectly fine. I was seeing a lot of content creators come out with a lot of awesome early beta access content, and I don't know, I just wasn't interested in it until I just finally just caved. I was so I don't want to say tired of seeing all the ads on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Wherever I go, it seemed like Marvel Snap was following me around, just like, hey, hello. And I finally downloaded it, and I haven't turned back since. I absolutely understand why everyone's been just talking non-stop about this game since its launch. It is very, very fun, and it is because of the locations. Again, I admit I am not a superhero or a villain or a Marvel or a DC fan. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. If you put a bunch of names up on there and said, okay, which ones are Marvel and which ones are DC, I would have an extremely hard time deciding between the two, because I just don't know things like that. And that's not what brought me here. What brought me here was locations. What the game changer is what brought me here. Hopefully card games in the future will piggyback off something like this idea, because this is absolutely a blast. There'll be 3 locations, and they're going to reveal between turns 1 and 3, and every single one is going to be different usually. I have seen a case, quite a few cases actually, where they will repeat. Usually though, they will be different. There are over 100 plus locations in the game right now. That number is only going to grow as we're only a few weeks since launch. Each location, like I said, is going to display a specific thing. Either you're going to get cards, lose cards, gain power, lose power. Cards are going to get destroyed. It's just really fun. It's going to make not only your cards battle each other, but then try to interact with the location to get whatever bonus, or maybe there's sometimes you don't want a bonus. Sometimes there's locations that say win this location with whoever has the least amount of power, so you don't want to play cards there. But this kind of goes into your deck building. Make sure you have a nice little balance of energy when you're doing your drops, because with only 3 locations, if you start getting heavy on one, you're not going to have a lot of cards to space out on the other 2, which might cost you in the end. The locations, it makes the game super fun. Like I said, guys, it changes a lot of strategies, not only with your deck building, but actually as the game goes on. It's kind of by a turn by turn, even game by game basis, I should say. But watch out though, as you can see, you only have 4 cards at any given location at a time. So when that 4th card goes down, unless it has a move ability, unless it gets destroyed, anything like that, that's it. You cannot replace it with another. It's not like maybe Legends of Runeterra, where if you have X amount of cards out on the battlefield, you have 6 cards for example out on your battlefield, and you want to bring another one out, well, you got to get rid of one to replace it. Nope. No, not in Marvel Snap. There is no replace. It is whatever, you play it as it lies, plain and simple. It does make the game a lot more fun though. Like I say, you have to strategize a lot more, not just with deck building, but also on a turn by turn basis. Let's go next to the top of the screen here. You are going to see a cube. Right up there, there's going to be a number displayed in that cube. What that cube is going to represent is the amount of cubes that are up for the match. This can vary between 1 and 8 depending on if no one, 1, 2 players snap along the way. You will want to snap if you think you got the match in the bag. If you think, you know what, there's no way they're going to beat this hand. I have been dropping every single turn and it's just flowing for me right now. Don't be shy, hit that snap button. You'll be surprised how many people will retreat just because they don't want to face that. They'll just, okay, we'll retreat, we'll move on to the next match. Also, if you think you don't have it and you say, you know what, we're in too deep, let's go ahead and let's just try to gain those cubes by bluffing, that's a strategy here. You hit that snap. Sometimes your opponent thinks you have something you do not, and they will back out and you will receive those cubes. The loser of the match will get those cubes deducted. If you do drop below, for example down here where it says 7 out of 10 underneath that 41 in gold, if I were to play a match right now and lose 4 cubes, when I came back I would have 3 out of 10. If I played another match and lost 4 cubes, I would go down and have 9 out of 10 on level 40. So that's how it works. It's a constant up and down sort of deal. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you guys are playing matches, so that way you just don't get in just snap. So that you can only snap once, 1 time per match. Once you snap, that's final. You're snapped in for the rest of the match. But just make sure you guys aren't just coming in and just snapping unless you really think you have it, because you'll get punished for it as well. And cubes that's what you're playing for. That is pretty much the golden trophy is cubes. Without cubes, you're not climbing anything. There's no season rank, there's no rank, you're not getting any XP, you're not getting anything. So really take that serious, guys, for the amount of cubes that are at stake, because that's going to depend on the enjoyment or how you enjoy the game. If you're just wagering a bunch of cubes all the time and then losing, you're going to think it really stinks because you can't climb the ladder or you can't unlock cards or anything like that. So just be smart when you snap. And that kind of brings me into my next tip there. Know when to retreat. The big red button there in the bottom left, there's no shame in tapping that button and just getting out. Hey, when it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. So don't think you have to sit and play and be forced to play. No, The great thing about Marvel Snap is the games go so quick that you can just back out and click play and you're right back in another game like that. So the retreat button is going to prevent you from potentially losing the max. So there'll be a button, or there'll be a number in the cube, and that will be the number that's at stake, and then there'll be another number under there as the match prolongs that says max. So if it says, 2 in the cube and then 4 max, that means whoever wins that is going to win 4. But if you retreat, you're only going to lose 2 rather than the 4 you're going to lose if you see this thing through. So retreating doesn't mean you're a coward. It's it's nothing like that. It's no pride lost, nothing like that. You're still a great Marvel Snap player, but sometimes we just gotta retreat because we're not trying to lose cubes and drop down rank levels. Maybe we're 1 level away from getting that next reward and we just don't want to see this thing through, so I have to drop all the way down to a new level. So don't think if you're retreating that you're, oh no, I'm just a bad player. No, you're just a smart player that no one's to get out. Live to fight another day. There's no, cooldown period on cards. You can consistently play and play and play and play and play. So just know when to get out, guys. That's not a bad thing. Alright guys, we're going to get into some gameplay here in just a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about in action. Before we do, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at that deck that we will be using. We are going to use the reveal ability. We are going to be running the 12 cards here. We're just going to go ahead and display them on screen so you guys can take a look at each one. Agent 13 here, what she's going to do on reveal, she's going to add a card to your hand. Yondu here, I love Yondu. He is probably my favorite one drop. I know everyone's going to say Nightcrawler, but I am a Yondu fan. What he does is he removes the top card of your opponent's deck and blasts it away. And so since there's only 1 copy of each, whatever card he picks, it's gone. That's the end. Kaboom. For the 2 drops, we're going to run we're going to run Carnage. What Carnage is going to do is Carnage is going to come in, as soon as he flips over, it's going to destroy every other card there and get +2 power for doing so. Be careful because it will kill all your cards. So if you have a high energy or a high power card there and then you play Carnage right behind it, it is going to kill that card. We have Medusa as another 2-drop. Medusa is a wonderful 2-drop. If you play her in the middle, she automatically gets +2 power as soon as she flips over there. That could be on top of any power maybe a location is going to give you, so it can really work in your advantage. Star-Lord here on reveal is going to get +3 power if your opponent also played a card on the exact same side as you or the same location as you this turn. That's really nice. It instantly turns it into a 5 power, which can really help for 2 mana 5 power. Can't go wrong there. There's no card that's that, so that can really help you. Next we got Groot. Groot is a great 3-drop. I think he's a little undervalued as far as his base power, but he does make up for it when he turns over, because if your opponent played a card there, kind of like Star-Lord, Groot is going to get +3 power, making it a 6 power for 3, so not so bad. I've actually won quite a few games just with Groot coming in at the end there on a location and just kind of cleaning it up. Especially if you notice a bunch of 1-drops coming on one side, they're trying to stack them all up for whatever reason. Go ahead and throw a Groot in between there, and I bet you it halts their strategy. Killmonger, like we talked about, one of my favorite cards. Just wrecks every single 1-drop that's out on the board, whether it be your own or your opponent's. If it is a 1 energy card, it will not be able to outlive Killmonger unless there is a special ability, armor, or a protection from the location around it. Killmonger is doing that. It's killing 1s straight up. Next we have our Hulkbuster. What Hulkbuster is going to do, it's going to actually merge with the card, with the friendly card at that location. This can be really nice because, as you know, you can only have 4 cards at any location for the entirety of the game. So if a location starts to fill up, Hulkbuster comes in, can merge with another card, free up some space, as well as get 2 powers there. So it's a real nice 3-drop. After that, we are going to run Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones, if you do not play a card in her on her location your next turn, she's going to get +4 power, making her an 8 power. Almost everyone runs Jessica Jones as of right now. Almost every single deck that I have seen, whether it be an ongoing deck, a revealed deck, heck, even some destroy decks I've even noticed are running Jessica Jones there, just to try to throw her on the end to capture a location late in the game. She's a wonderful 4-drop. She's a 4/4 there, but like I said, gets that +4 power as long as you just leave her alone your next turn. So you drop her on 4, you take your 5-drop card, go play that somewhere else, and then maybe come back and visit her on turn 6. As she gives you the additional 4. After Jessica Jones, we are going to run Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel, you will see, ran in a ton of different decks. Yes, this is a reveal deck. Yes, every single ability up to this point has been a reveal ability, but Blue Marvel, he just is going to boost all your cards across the board with the +1. A lot of people run this on their 5-drop, just try to boost everything they can for that one final turn, and I am one of those people. I will let you know, I recently added Blue Marvel into this deck. This is the 1-card switch that I've actually made while ladder climbing with this deck, was adding Blue Marvel, and it has helped extremely. And the last couple here, Spider-Woman, we've already went over her, so I won't really dive into her. She's going to take power away when she flips over. Whatever cards are on the opposite side of her, she is going to -1 power from them. And then our win con here is Odin. Odin for reveal decks is the win con, essentially. What he's going to do when you drop him on your final turn, he's going to activate the on reveal abilities of the other cards at that location. So whatever cards have, right here, on reveal, like I said, Spider-Woman, once you drop her, she'll take another power away, and then when you drop Odin, she's going to do it again. You're putting your opponent at a heavy disadvantage right there at the end, when there's absolutely nothing they can do about it, because the game ends in turn 6. So without further ado, guys, we are going to go ahead and dive in. I am going to put this deck code in the description, so if you like what you see, go ahead and copy that, paste it in. How you're going to want to do that, guys, is copy the code in the description, come up here to the little hamburger symbol, give that a nice little click. Here you can share it, as I'm about to do with you guys. You can change your card backs here, you can name your deck, and then right here where it says paste, go ahead and paste. Couldn't find a valid deck, but if you copy it, it will automatically recognize the code. As soon as you hit paste, it will go ahead and drop it in. We'll let you guys know you must have an actual available spot for a card deck in order to drop that in. Alright guys, before we dive into some gameplay here, I will just tell you a couple things here. You will begin the game with 3 cards in your deck. Go ahead and take a look at the name of either yourself or your opponent up top. Whatever one is highlighted here is who is going to reveal first. That is going to go back and forth. As you see, here's your retreat. You will have to hit this purple end turn every single time you play a card. As you see, that countdown is currently dropping. In the middle here is how much energy you have this turn. At the top, that's that cube number we were talking about, and once we click it there, that's going to increase. We don't have a play, so let's go ahead and hit end turn. There we go. And if you click your icon, you can do some emotes and things like that. It tells you your deck, your hand, same with your opponent. There we are. And then first location here, guys, says cards here have +1 power, and the second one says cards played here have a 25% chance to be destroyed. Alright, let's go ahead and drop our Star-Lord as we looked at before. It's going to get a +3 power. Hopefully our opponent drop one is there, or there as well. Let's hit end turn. Boom! There we go. There we are. It's going to go ahead, see her, get that +5, get the additional +1 from Xander, that location. Alright, so we can't play, or we can play cards, but none are going to be revealed there that turn. That's okay. Domino is not a 1-drop, so Killmonger is not going to do me any good. I'm going to go ahead and drop that Hulkbuster here. And then we'll hit it. Say we didn't want to run Hulkbuster. You know, say you can either pull it back and redrop it in your deck, but say you got a couple of cards all mixed out here in a couple different locations. If you actually click on your energy, so that 0 right there, right down here, undo all actions, you click that, everything's going to go back to your hand, okay? Let's go ahead, click that, we'll end the turn. Let's see what they're doing here. Here we go. Okay. So now we either can play our Jessica Jones and maybe get a +8 at a different location. But wouldn't make sense to play Killmonger. We don't know if that's a 1-drop over there with that non-reveal. So let's go ahead and drop our Jessica Jones here to that 3rd location. It says no cards are revealed this turn. And we will end our turn. There we go. Gain control of one of the locations for now. Ooh, Apocalypse. Running that Hulkbuster. There we are. So what should we do here, guys? Probably play that Spider-Woman. We don't want to put that on the Jessica Jones because she's going to be the +8. So let's come over here and put it on the Star-Lord. Try to take that one over. Our Spider-Woman will go to a +8 because of the +1 of the location, and we will take one away there. So excellent. So now let's go back and focus on the 3rd location here. And what do we do? We'll go ahead and we'll play our Yondu, and then take our Odin here for the win, possibly. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the turn. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna snap. Yeah, I said I snapped. We'll take that out, play our Odin, which is going to do our reveal, our on-reveal abilities at this location here, and not enough to get it done. How it goes sometimes, guys. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the gameplay there, just show you how you snap, things like that. At the end of each match, you're going to want to collect rewards, like we talked about. Since we lost the cube, it's going to take them down. But it will show you the boosters you received for the card you received, or received it for. You'll go ahead and click next. Back to the main menu you go. You'll want to check any missions, anything like that. You will get a red little notification if anything does come up. So make sure you guys are always checking those, because you do not want unclaimed rewards. Rewards are what are going to advance your collection level, and it's what's going to make this game a lot more fun. So when you're first starting out on that collection level here, guys, literally please look at that. Look at these cards that they're just giving you. Bing, 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 bing. You are just hitting the treasure trove of cards, and it is so much fun to start seeing the cards. Like I said, they will be random as far as the mixture of pool. Everyone says, oh, you're gonna get these cards in this exact thing. No, you're not. Everyone pulled an Angela before I did. Angela was my final card that I pulled in pool 1. I'm just now using Angela, and people have been using Angela since early access. So I've seen tons of lists out there that say, oh, this is the exact cards you're going to get. No, those are not the cards you're going to get in that order. Those, yes, are the cards you're going to get. No, it's not that order. And that's all to it, guys. I hope I've given you the basis to go ahead and download and get out there and start playing some Marvel Snap. This game, guys, is an absolute blast. You will not regret it. If you enjoy card games, this absolutely has to get in your rotation. Yeah, you may say, oh, I play too many card games. Drop one of them. Stop playing one of them for a while and start picking this up, because you'll want to replace one with this. It is an absolute blast. They did an amazing job. I personally never played Hearthstone, but this is created by the developers of Hearthstone, so you know it was not going to fail. Look how long Hearthstone's been around. Look how much they continue to add to this day to that game. So please go ahead, give it a shot, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, there will be weekly Marvel Snap content coming. Let me know what you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see some strategic decks, crazy decks, just random card decks? Whatever you guys want, I will absolutely bring to you. I just gotta know, so leave me a comment. Until next time, guys, keep kicking butt out there, and I'll see you in the next video.
Give it to me like